With this harsh winter, we know most school districts in West Michigan have already used several snow days. So we wanted to know if that factors into the decision to call off school or not. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live in Zeeland tonight with what she's learned. Danny?
Yeah, well, Sue, districts in Michigan can use 6 snow days without having to make up any extra time. As you mentioned, we know a lot of districts in West Michigan have already used 3, some a little less, some a little bit more. But we wanted to know if how many days that have been used factors into whether or not you call off school for a day. After you've used a couple of your snow days,
Sure.
Is there a higher threshold for you to call off school than in the beginning of the season?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. They'll think, well, I've only got 1 left, we better save it. Well, we just can't work that way. I mean, student safety is so important.
That's the same answer we got from 11 other West Michigan school districts today.
A lot of folks will assume I look out the window and decide what to do, and it's a pretty lengthy process.
And it seems the how and when districts make these snow day decisions do have similarities.
4 o'clock, we have people out on roads, and
Usually starting early in the morning on the roads, talking with other area district superintendents, trying to make that decision as early as possible. But while the process may be similar, and some things like super low wind chills or large amounts of snow will likely always shut schools down, on a day like today, when the decision to close isn't as cut and dry, specific districts look at different things. For example, Howland schools were closed today. Reps there say a big reason for that was that they have so many walkers and only about half of city sidewalks were clear, whereas Zeeland looks more at subdivisions, making sure people can drive out onto the main road to take their kids to school. Are you ever really sure that you definitely 100% made the right decision?
oh no, you're always second-guessing yourself. In fact, when you get here to work, when you know that the responsibility for all these lives and safety lies here, you're never completely confident in the winter. And talking to Zeeland superintendent today, he says the only time the threshold may be a little bit different is if in the beginning of the year when it's just starting to snow, people aren't used to driving in it, they might call for a snow day when today in January, when we're used to driving in the snow, that they wouldn't call for in the middle of the winter time. Now, as I mentioned, we did reach out to several West Michigan school districts. We have the responses from the ones who responded to us, about a dozen or so, on our website right now, woodtv.com, if you want to check out what your district said. Live in Zeeland tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.